It's the 10th day here at the World Snooker Championship, and we're into the quarter-finals where 8 players will battle it out for a spot in the semi-finals. Now, all 4 matches got underway today, so we'll bring you fully up to speed with all of the scores. Well, let's start with the most eye-catching of the ties, worthy of any final, between 2 former champions, Neil Robertson and John Higgins. Here's what happened when they met earlier today.
Surprising miss. Beautiful shot. And what a steal if this goes in. Very smooth, very nice. Far too thin, an attempt from John.
Like leading Popeye in charge of a Spanish convention. Fantastic outcome.
Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic shot.
Oh, lovely shot.
What?
But misses the big shot of the frame.
Oh, he's got it.
Oh.
No, not this time. Oh, that's wonderful. What a battling performance this has been.
Brilliant from John Higgins. And we're all square overnight. It's 4 each.
So it ends 4 apiece, and that match resumes tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock on BBC Two. Now let's turn our attention to a match that started this morning between Kyron Wilson, the Warrior, and the man David Gilbert that knocked out defending champion Mark Williams. For Kyron, this is his 4th Crucible quarter-final, but for David Gilbert, today marked his 1st. So the session ended 4 apiece, Gilbert levelling the session with a break of 109. He then won the first 2 frames of the evening to lead 6-4. We join in frame 11, Kyron at the table, trailing by 4. Your commentary comes from John Parrott and Sean Murphy.
Well, good clean pot, but not ideal angle. The cue boards have been higher. Run round off the 2 angles, back for the 2 reds into the opposite corner pocket to the black. So it's a middle pocket instead.
Eight. Nine.
Just look to Kyron now. Will he play the split or will he play for the loose red? He's just coming around to see how he thinks the cannon might work out. He was actually pointing at coming in between the pink and the loose red, trying to use that weaker side of the pack. Doesn't want to hit the pink full in the face. That's exactly what he played. Great shot.
That's the best shot he's played this evening. That was lovely.
14.
Explained it really well there, Sean, and he got right in there and just broke that cluster up. That was a beautiful shot. And there's a sense already of this visit of Kyren realising the situation and not wanting to go any further behind. Give himself the mental kick in. Come on, we're going to start playing.
15.
These two had a classic match in the final of the German Masters. Dave Gilbert led 7 frames to 5 in that,
22.
first to 9. But it was Kyren Wilson who powered away to win the last 4 frames to become the champion. So they've
23.
certainly had a good match before, these two. Lovely shot. Now to break building. Loose red was there by the black, took the opportunity
30.
to go in the pack, develop some more, and keep the cue ball for this red. That's the key to it. You see people playing
31.
and taking the loose reds, and then going in the pack and landing on nothing. Go into that pack earlier, and you have that red fall to yourself. Meanwhile, Kyren's lost the cue ball slightly.
$36.
Kyren there just lost the cue ball, as John said. But one of the things he is doing noticeably, you can see he's just picked his pace up a little bit. He just sometimes can just get a bit methodical. And when you can just start playing a bit more on instinct. As we take a look at the average shot times there, 23 for Gilbert, 28 seconds for Kyren Wilson. 28 seconds would be approaching the slower end of the tour. You've got somebody like Tepchaya operates around 15, 16 seconds a shot. He has nothing but instinct. Sometimes you can get a bit in your own way, and it's just finding that balance.
$45.
Played this break exceptionally well. Okay, lost the cue ball a couple of shots ago, didn't get perfect on the blue, but the rest of it's been superb. Well, he's broken the pack up 3 times in this break. Every time the correct way of doing it as well, which you'd expect from someone as good as Kyren. And this is a very good rear guard action he's showing here. I mean, his cue action, yep, looks a little manufactured, but I tell you what, Sean, it's straighter than 6 o'clock.
Yeah, there wouldn't be many players on tour who hit the ball as straight as Kyren Wilson does. He's very, very reliable usually. And what that straight action does is it gives you massive consistency of hitting the cue ball where you intend to. Doesn't necessarily mean you hit the middle of the cue ball all the time, because you're not always trying to hit the middle. It just means that you return the tip back to where it started more consistently than most. And obviously that dictates everything.
$52.
But good signs here being shown by Kyren Wilson. Another example of his fighting qualities.
59.
Before I moved away to Dublin, I used to go and practice with him a fair bit. We used to share clubs actually when I lived in Northamptonshire, at the Barrett's Club in Northampton. And now as the resident pro there, along with Ebden and Rory McLeod, Harvey Chandler. Kyren is the big name playing there. Works very hard on his game.
Thanks. 60.
You can see that coming out all the time.
Yeah, I think it was certainly this championship that opened up my eyes to how good he was. Ended up losing in a semi-final to John Higgins, 17-15, but I thought, boy, have you improved. And this has been an excellent response. Highest break so far of the match. Previous one was 46. He's up to 67 and counting.
68. $75.
Oh, well and truly over the line in this frame. Just a chance to go on and try and make 100, which would be lovely. Build that confidence back up. You've become the scoring machine you usually are.
$81. $82. $87.
Took a shot off the cushion, but not for Karen. And it looks like all his concentration has come back just when he needed it.
And after Dave Gilbert opened up tonight's session with 82 and 78, it looks for all the world as if we are going to see the first century of the session.
96.
Possible break of 138. Can't beat the highest break, which currently stands at 141 by Judd Trump. Well played, Karen Wilson. The 72nd century of the tournament so far. The record of 86 is looking in massive jeopardy.
Very enthusiastic ton-ups tonight from the people in the audience. Excellent. I'll give you an 8.5 for that one. Nestle Karen has made 7 centuries in this year's championship now. This has been excellent.
$113.
Beautiful strike.
116.
Yep, he's got his mojo back.
120.
Very impressive indeed from Karen Wilson.
125.
2 balls, pink and black, for a break of 138. Go on, Karen, knock it in.
31.
This has been excellent. Superb. Well played, Kyron Wilson. What a break that was. A break of 138. He was 6-4 down there. He needed that badly. Great time to make his first century. And he now trails Dave Gilbert by 1. It's 6-5. Stefanos.
A great response there by Kyron Wilson. The Warrior battles on. Well, into the next frame we go. Kyron's at the table and he's leading by 17.
You don't see that very often from Kyron Wilson.
Kyron Wilson, 8.
He did comment yesterday that he was sat in his corner shaking his head a little bit during the match, but commented on it because it was so unusual. Is the crucible taking effect here now?
Yeah. And what was wrong is the pace he played out. He actually hit that very hard, didn't he? And it was one you needed to be smooth with. He punched it onto that far jaw and then punched the table.
Eight.
Nice shot.
9.
That's when your cue's good. And here's Kyron. Well, missed the pink and then bang. Well, I think that's, aside from anything else, pretty dangerous to do. There've been players before who've actually injured themselves. That's pretty good mahogany on that table.
16.
And it's harder than your knuckles.
17.
Dave Gilbert will be jumping all over this chance.
24.
You want
25.
Kyron to be sitting in that chair, stewing about the missed opportunity. I want to give him the severest punishment, which is winning the frame in this visit.
32. $33.
It's always been the same, hasn't it, with our game, John? But when you do make a mistake, you have to sit there and take it. Sit there and watch your opponent mop up the balls that should have been yours. These should have all been Kyron Wilson's points. And we should have been talking about
40.
It was going to go into the interval at 6 frames apiece. And it now looks for all the world as if it's going to be 7-5 to David Gilbert.
Yeah, it seems bizarre to say about anybody who's just
41.
made a 138 break, but Kyron's concentration looks a little sporadic, like as if he made one big effort there to make that century, and he's just lost it slightly in the next frame. And that can happen after, well, as I mentioned before, a peak performance the day before, because that's what he had to produce to get past
48.
Barry Hawkins. But it's all part of the test of the Crucible Theatre. You're not going to have it all every session that you play. Some
49.
sessions you just got to dig in.
$56. $57.
Takes Dave's lead to 47 in this frame with 51 remaining. So just one of these 3 reds required to leave Kyron Wilson needing snookers in this frame.
64.
A frame that he should have won. Nicely done, Dave Gilbert.
65.
Yeah, this is what you've got to do. Top-class level of snooker. Give out the punishment when your opponent's made a mistake. And Karen certainly made one in this frame. To lose position where he was after he played an excellent red to split the pack up. He's sitting there shaking his head, and well, you know when you've made a mistake like that, Sean, don't you? You're sitting there, you just know they're gonna make you take your punishment.
73.
Absolutely, it had that look all over it from the minute David came to the table. I mean, the reds were all there. They were all in a great position. That's why Karin was so frustrated to have missed. But yeah, you just get that sense. You just know your opponent's going to dish. You have to sit there and watch it. If you had an emergency escape
81.
hatch at that moment, you'd press it and you'd be out through it, straight into your dressing room. But that's not the etiquette. That's not the way we play. And if he misses the brown, he's a great chance to hit back with a century of his own here.
88.
Oh, great shot from Dave Gilbert,
90.
using that long, languid, fluid backswing he's got. Had it ever since he was a child. We used to have some great matches when we were kids.
93.
He was always one of the most stylish cueists on the tour when we were juniors.
$97.
Justice Blue for a great century of his own. Yes, David Gilbert.
102.
There you go. Very enthusiastic turn up. Not there on the pink. Won't matter. What a fantastic response from Dave Gilbert. Karen Wilson made a pretty poor mistake, punched the table, and had to sit in his chair and watch Dave Gilbert make a century. It's been brilliant stuff tonight, very high quality, and Dave Gilbert
Leave as
goes into the
quietly as you
interval,
can,
7
please.
frames to 5 in front.
It really has been brilliant. Well, the next two frames were shared. Wilson with a break of 82, Gilbert responding with a break of 72. We pick up in frame 15, Wilson to play, trailing by 26.
He's taken some on this evening. This will be some exhibition of cueing. Oh, my goodness me. What a pot that is. What a pot. Can't cue it any better than that. No, I don't know what he's looking at here. I'm going to go right back to that position he was shown earlier in the frame where we said put the brown safe. And I'm going to hark back to it. I still would have been putting that ball there instead of the black. So Karen's just going to tuck him up.
Karen Wilson, what?
So he's 25 points behind, but this is still anybody's frame. Oh, thinks he can get inside the yellow there and across. And played it very well. Settle for that. Well, is he taking it on?
No, I think he was just looking at how close they were. Doesn't want to push this, trying to zip the cue ball in behind the black.
Oh,
Very well played.
I didn't think he had the gap. What a shot that is. Now, he's right in the driving seat. With a little bit of luck, of course, that monster fluke he had on the red. He's clawing his way back into this frame somehow. Monster fluke. Monster. That only happens in films. What an unbelievable run of the ball that is.
7. 9. 12.
Karen Wilson's had enough. He gives the
12 on the
referee the
frame.
nod. David Gilbert kicked off with 58 in that frame. We feel he got the safety shot wrong. Karen Wilson started clawing his way back, but that monster fluke sees David Gilbert over the line. He leads 9-6.
Another game on. Quietly, please.
And here we are in the final frame of the session, and what a great effort
53.
from David Gilbert. He seals the final frame with a break of 60, and he opens up a 10-6 lead over Kyron Wilson in the quarter-final of the World Snooker Championship. This one plays to a conclusion on Wednesday afternoon. Well, Judd Trump was back at the table this afternoon and faced Stephen Maguire, who just about recovered from back-to-back final frame deciders. Here's what happened when the two of them met earlier on today.
Absolutely vintage Judd Trump to start this match. Been out with that. Where's the red ball going? Oh, well, would you believe it? Wonderful shot.
Hasn't he played some shots already in this match, and we're only 3 frames in?
A virtuoso performance by Judd Trump at the moment. Third century of the match so far. Oh, so close, so near, and yet so far. Great shot. His young character there. Stephen will be very disappointed at that, but Judd will be delighted. 7-1, the end of the session.
Now on to the second match that started this morning. Ali Carter reaching his 6th quarter-final. He faced another player making his debut at this stage of the competition, Gary Wilson. Well, Gary trailed by 3-0, only to win 5 frames in a row to lead by 2 at the end of the first session. Carter then levelled the scores at 5-all. But as we join the action in frame 12, Wilson is leading 6 frames to 5. Your commentary comes from Dennis Taylor and Ken Doherty.
It's there.
Keep the nose down, please. Thank you.
In fact, he's nudged the red, which is even better. He was hoping to go through for the black. He's still on the black, but watch this little flick on the red has put the pink on also.
It was a lovely pot, wasn't it? Excellent. Now, I'm just wondering when he pots the pink, will it? I don't think it'll go on its spot, so I'll have to go behind the bunch.
Give me a second, please, Gary.
Yeah, it's going to take a second here, Jan Verhaas, because it doesn't go on its spot, so it goes directly behind its spot in line with the black and the top cushion.
Very useful in this sort of situation, being about 6'5" to reach in there. I think it's something like, this is 26th season.
Yeah.
I know he celebrated 25 years last year, Jan Verhaas as referee. He's got to find a tricky spot for the pink there.
Thank you. 7.
One of our best referees, Jan Barras, from the Netherlands, of course. Now get top side of the blue here. Good angle on the blue.
8.
Oh, my goodness. It's a terrible shot.
Gonna have to play for that difficult red up the other end of the table now. As long as he doesn't finish straight on that red. A little bit of side. You can see the side coming off the cushion, and he's played that well. Doesn't have to force this. If he just drops
13.
it in, he's guaranteed to be on a colour.
Yeah, it'll be interesting whether he plays for a ball colour here. I'll try and get back for the blue again. Back up for the blue, and
14.
this time he's got the perfect angle. He's got to try and hit the red that's just to the right of the pink spot here. Lots of pace.
And I'm just wondering if one will plant in off another if he hits it too hard here. No, he's played it well. Terrific shot.
Well, he couldn't have played that any better.
19.
Just having a look to see if the black pots. I think it does. Into the right corner.
I think he was thinking of taking the red next to the black on that occasion, but this is an easier way of going about it.
There you see it now. It'll be interesting to see. Will it respot on its own spot and still be available? Hopefully it will for Gary. Let's see. Oh yeah, plenty of room.
27.
And definitely pots into the right corner pocket and may even pot into the left. And Gary pots this red here. So what a wonderful split off the blue. Chance to set up
28.
a frame winning break and establish this 2-frame cushion once more. That really was a wonderful split, wasn't it, off the blue, Dennis?
It was an absolute gem, one of the best splits
35.
I've seen. You never know how they're going to finish, but look how they did. Perfect.
36.
Worth another look at this. He couldn't have played this any better. So much pace on it, and look how they spread.
$43. 44.
Well, I've done every single frame of this match, and you know, Ken, I've enjoyed
51.
the whole of this match has been terrific.
Yeah, it's been excellent standard. 4-century breaks. May see another one
52.
here. Still a few more reds and colours just to make sure that frame first.
$59.
Red below the pink spot pots into this bottom right hand corner pocket. Could play for pink or blue here. Just have a look at those 4 reds though, isn't it?
60.
Nice line into this corner pocket. I mean, you couldn't have placed them any better with your hand, could you? Now, Nice pace on the cue ball here. Back down for the reds.
65.
So 1 red in colour will be suffice.
$66.
So for all the hard work that Ali Carter has done in the opening couple of frames, he's going to find himself 2 behind once more.
$73. $74.
He's already made 5 centuries in this year's Betfred World Championship.
$79. $80.
We're now up to 73 centuries this year. And that record of 86 that was made back in 2015
86.
and 2016 looks like it'll be broken.
87. Keep the noise down, please.
Yeah, lovely positional shot.
93.
It has been an
94.
excellent break. That split on the blue, of course, set everything up. But what a wonderful break this has been. Well played, Gary Wilson. Fantastic.
101.
Turn up.
$102.
And the Whitley Bay Snooker Centre will be packed watching this on the big screen up there. This is their boy doing his stuff at the Crucible Theatre.
Yeah, I'm sure
107.
Elliot Slesser is up there, his
109.
practice partner, Mike Dunn, as well. 2 other of his mates that are on the tour. I'm sure they're watching avidly here. And this has been a fantastic
112.
World Championship so far for Gary Wilson, and he's continuing to impress everybody.
Yeah, there's no better feeling out
160.
there through to the quarter-final and producing this sort of stuff.
$121. $127.
Absolutely magnificent from the man from Tynecastle. What a wonderful break of 134. And re-establishes his 2-frame advantage over the captain, Ali Carter. It's 7-5 to Gary Wilson.
Gary Wilson is absolutely flying with his 3rd century break of the match. The question is, can he keep this going? Well, let's head into frame 13. Wilson's at the table, leading by 13.
He's just cued across it slightly, and he's going to get away with it if the white stops there. But that's a couple of shots there. That was more difficult than the previous one, but he's just cueing across them slightly. Just typical of Ali Carter to knock this green in from this position.
This has gone wrong again now. Better chance here for Ali Carter. Has he got an angle to pot the green into the left centre? Bring the cue ball down off this top cushion. Miss the blue and pink on the way back and be on the brown. Got to avoid the pink and blue, but doesn't want to be too close to this right-hand side cushion. Needs an angle on the brown. Shaking his head, it may be a bit straight.
Well, if ever he needed that cue power, it's from this difficult situation here. Just made sure the brown don't blame him for that big shot coming up.
6 points behind. He needs blue, pink and black.
Oh, what a test of cueing and character here this long blue is. Brilliant.
12.
Okay, he's lost the cue ball, but a very confident pot. Still far from straightforward.
Well, it's a natural angle of 3 cushions to get back towards this black if it does go in. Oh, that's poor.
All caused because of the white going on the side cushion. And when you have to play them with pace, they're very difficult, Ken, aren't they?
Yeah. Still expected him to get it, particularly after such a wonderful blue. He's 1 point ahead. He'll still need the black, Gary Wilson. Oh, wow.
That's 3 he's cued across now, and look where the pink's coming. Twice on the green, once on the pink. He's just not pushing the cue through in a straight line. He's getting a little bit of sort of left-hand side on the cue ball accidentally.
Could have hit this a bit harder. He's going to have to use the rest.
For all the world, it looked as though Gary Wilson was going to open up a 3-frame advantage. Missed a couple of golden opportunities, and it's just won the difference now. It's 7-6.
Well, a break of 82 in frame 14 saw Gary Wilson re-establish a 2-frame lead. Let's join frame 15. Wilson is at the table, trailing by 5 with just pink and black remaining.
How close is it?
Gary Wilson, 20.
Good safety shot, though.
His main priority here is keeping the pink safe. He could try and get a snooker behind the black, but the pink would be in the middle of the table. He's tried that. And it's not far away. It's a great effort. It may not be a snooker. And if he can see enough of it, he may be forced into taking the pot on. Depends how much of it he can see.
He's definitely on the pink for a pot, all right, but he doesn't like it. Very difficult. Maybe he may attempt to cross double as well here, Dennis.
It's one of those, you weigh up the situation and you think, if the safety shot's going to be very difficult, I might as well have a go at the pot. Let's see what the decision is. Tried the pot. The pink's going to come over the middle pocket unless it pulls up. It needs to pull up. And it is. So he's got away with one there.
That's a great safety shot from Gary Wilson. Excellent. Oh, well.
He's just about okay. I think he can send this pink around the angles and get it somewhere near the black and on the cushion if he stuns it. He's hit it a bit on the heavy side though. He didn't judge that too well. There's a pot on, and just keep the white away from the left middle pocket here. And he's back to just one behind. It's not a gimme, but it's a decent chance. Oh, he decided to stun it. And what has he done here? He's left a chance. I thought he would have rolled that one, but I know he does like to punch them, as Ali Carter, rather than just roll them. And just the black
6
for a 3-frame advantage. It's been a long, hard fought frame, this. And quite a key frame in the context of things. Well, he wobbled it black, but it's safely in the pocket. And Gary Wilson, well, he leaves the arena, but he'll be delighted. He extends his lead to 3 frames. It's now 9 frames to 6.
14.
So into the final frame of the session with Carter
16.
Desperate to win this one, and he did. A break of 59 helped the captain over the line. That keeps him in the match as he now trails by just 2 frames going into the final session. But Gary Wilson must be very happy with a great day's work. Well, that's it from me, I'm afraid. Thank you so much for your company this evening. And Snooker Extra will follow, where you can see the first session between Judd Trump and Stephen Maguire. I will be back tomorrow, however, as the second session between Neil Robertson and John Higgins begins and Ali Carter and Gary Wilson plays to a conclusion. I'll see you on the BBC 2 at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Good night.